Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a treat for you because I don't know about you, but as you are going and looking at all of my videos and seeing all of these beautiful, glorious, luxury home tours, you will walk in and you will see beautifully staged homes, beautiful colors and accents. And a lot of times, well, I come home and I'm like, I want my home to look like that. And yet I have no skill in it. I have to literally go to Pinterest when I'm doing anything that has to do with interior designs. Thank you so much, Mary, for joining us. I really do appreciate it. And you guys will definitely want to take good notes and listen throughout the video because Mary has a lot of things that will help you have a beautiful interior of a home that you want to come home to. So Interiors by Mary, what is that?
Interiors by Mary, it's a design company that specializes in not only design from the tearing out whole kitchens or bathrooms if need be, restructuring the layout of that space, and then re-implementing new and current and beautiful design that fits the homeowner and the direction that they're wanting to go so that they can feel great in their space. It also includes, and most important, color, because color's in everything. It is in the glass windows, it's in our natural lighting, it's in our artificial lighting, it's in the carpets, the flooring, the furniture, the walls. Color is a very big component in having a design that works really well, because we can have a really good layout, but if the color doesn't work, it can just make it feel like it's fallen a little bit short of being that perfect space and making you feel really good in it.
Just with my clients, when we get ready to list their home, a lot of times color plays a huge role on making a room either feel small or very big. So
color changes constantly. Color from one hour to the next with the way that the light fills the room can change the whole feel or change how it looks. For instance, a powder room. We want it to be this neat little dramatic space that it's just every wall, the ceiling, everything is just a really beautiful, rich, dark color. So we're not going to spend a lot of time in there, and it's not a place that a woman is typically going to put her makeup on and need to have really super light. It just is a dramatic, beautiful space that we use, and then typically we leave. However, trends and design directions and homeowners who have certain likes that make them feel good in their own space, which is what I try to do with all of my clients, is to create a space with color, with design that helps them to feel completely at home, and it's their space. It's unique to them. But today, a trend is for offices to have one color throughout in some of those homes where they've taken a space, they want it to be moody. Some people, however, that moodiness is going to put them to sleep. That kind of an office isn't going to work for them.
what is a misconception when they hear Interiors by Mary and you are the color master, meaning that you can see something small and know how it's going to look as it expands out? Or what kind of box do they put Mary in that they realize that they're putting you in? Do they think, meaning like, do they just think you're everything regarding color on walls?
Some people who know that I am really good at color, they don't know the full extent of my talents and abilities, and they do think I am just about color, which means the walls, the ceilings, sometimes cabinets that are being painted, that's where my talents lie, which it's a great talent to have, and I love sharing that with customers, but I am more than that. I'm a designer, so to come into a kitchen that's not functional for a large family, maybe it's not laid out well to where it's an easy to use kitchen. And so I can come in and help a person redesign that space so that it works better for them and for the space we're working in, helping them use it the way they need to use it.
So what I hear you saying is that you really have the experience that whether they have the budget or they don't have the budget, you're able to transform a space either by bringing color in, bringing little fixtures, or even sometimes accessories that will change the whole dynamic of a room and a space. So then that way, when you come into that space, it actually changes your emotional state, whether you're going in for work, whether you're going in for relaxation, entertainment, whatever it may be, you actually create that for people.
In some spaces, it's a simple thing of laying out the main big furniture in the house, because sometimes we think they all need to be against the wall. They don't need to be against the wall.
Right.
And to have the focus set, especially with our main pieces, so that the focus is where it needs to be, whether it's a TV room and so it needs to be focused on the TV, but you still want it to feel well laid out. So I can help get it where spatial settings, they're delightful to our eye, or they can be an eyesore to our eye. And we may not know exactly why it is or what it is that's causing that feeling of out of balance. And it is, in everything, it's about balance. There's color balance, there's furniture placement balance, there's balance in the way a kitchen works, and bathroom as well.
Just understanding balance and how it can shift, and knowing how to balance things in a room. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars at all. But for those of you who may be thinking that it is thousands of dollars, you need to actually call Mary so that she can actually have a consultation with you and give you some beautiful insight regarding how to make your spaces personable and delightful. Mary, when should people actually reach out to you? Because I know when I'm listing a home, they'll contact me and I will tell them to contact you automatically, because I like to stay in my lane in what I do, and I believe in hiring experts to stay in their lane with my clients to make sure that their home is set up to the way that they want it set up and to be able to sell it. But even for my clients that are staying in their homes, they've been in their homes for several years and they want a new facelift. And they want to do that before they sell so they can actually enjoy their home. I would actually call you, but more importantly, if they had your number, when should they just call you in general?
Always right up front. It's so important to do things with me from the beginning, because I will give you the whole picture. I don't know if you've heard of storyboards, but that's what designers typically work with. We create a whole picture, let's say, of what is to be done that's going to get you where you're wanting to go. Because my desire is to help you feel happy and at ease in your own space. For instance, I've had customers, were working with a general contractor who did not have a designer, and they had them pick out their own kitchen cabinet, their own countertops, and their flooring, and they did a pretty good job. They did not see, however, the color that was in the quartz countertops and the cabinet colors, and they clashed because they looked like they were white. There was a pink undertone to these cabinets, or to the quartz countertops, and the cabinets themselves were a warm golden kind of tone.
Oh wow.
And so it really clashed, and then they could not bring the other pieces into their house to make them work because that color was throwing them off from the very beginning. My remedy for that was to have them paint new cabinets, but the best, so that they would feel good in their space, was to paint the base cabinets a color that could coordinate and complement that countertop, because we were not changing out those cabinets or that countertop.
Absolutely not.
So there are ways to make it work. It's not always ideal and not always what the customer originally wanted, but it's better than sometimes living in a space that doesn't work. But it's always best to call me up front so we don't run into those kind of situations.
Right. So anytime you guys are looking to paint your home, especially if you just purchase a home and it's all white, or maybe it's that grayish tone that you really don't care for, it's important. It is so worth it when you contact Mary to come in, and she will, of course, have that consultation of what your overall goal is. What are you going to utilize the space for, and then help you be able to see colors within colors. So Mary, I know that I have a lot of clients that they'll walk into a new home that they built, or they walk into a home that's already pre-existing and they don't like what they see. But what do you, when people call you first or they call you after the fact, what areas of the home are they calling you the most about to come in and say, help me, Mary? What are those areas, and what things in those areas are you able to advise them on?
Okay. I am called a lot on exterior colors. They've got a stone, bright orange brick that's dated. Those are creating problems for them in getting the right color for their exteriors, and I can help them either work with it, or sometimes we do things like German schmear, or we do a lime wash over those items so that now it brings the house up to date, because sometimes those items can date the house. Interior wall colors, it's either too dark, it's not enough color, or it's gray because we went through that gray phase and they don't feel good in gray. Sometimes kitchen cabinets, they're just not right.
Yeah.
We're still have the old oak cabinets that are very orange and they're so tired of it, or it's cherry color, and we do paint them.
And you guys, I get this from a lot of people where they want to paint their home. They don't know what color to go with. And a lot of times the only thing that I can advise them before I knew Mary was that go do a drive through a community, look at the colors of the homes, and then maybe if you're bold enough, go and ask them, what colors are these? And then you know that you're safe, right? That's the only way that we can truly know that we're safe. But not anymore, because you're watching this video and Mary can now come to your home and do a consult and actually look at your home and go over color variations and how to marry them together. Yeah, it'll definitely be worth your while to call Interiors by Mary, because she will absolutely be able to help bring all of those different components together, whether it's in a kitchen, a bathroom, exterior of your home, in your living room, entertainment area, it doesn't matter. She'll be able to recreate the space so it really truly matches you, which is so important. And so I love the fact that you're actually giving us some of these insights of why people call you and how you can actually transform on a small budget, or whether they really want to do a reconstructive type of overall job with you. And so there's really an art to all of this, and there's just little tips that you'll need to know. And so hopefully you enjoyed this little snippet. And thank you again for tuning in, and certainly leave comments. And so you want to make sure to reach out to Mary, Interiors by Mary, and before you get started, and just have that little consult with her so that she can advise you and really put you on a smooth path so that you don't have regrets. Call Interiors by Mary, and thank you again for tuning in. And until next time, I hope you have a great home buying and selling day.
Yes, thank you.